Hey everybody, and welcome to this special on Uranus going into Aries. I'm Amani. I'm a karmic, holistic, astrological life coach, and I like to go in depth in all that I do, and all of my interpretations, especially when it comes to Venus, Mercury, Sun transits and everything really, are based on Vedic astrology, which is based on where the planets or the luminaries, which are the sun and the moon, are any given time in the sky, and all times are in GMT time as well. So yeah, thanks for listening, and yeah. So Uranus went retrograde on the 1st of September. It enters Aries on the 13th of December at 5:58 a.m. Then Uranus goes direct in Aries on the 30th of January 2025 at 5:23 p.m. until the 19th of March at 5:15 p.m. when Uranus enters Taurus, and then Uranus stays in Taurus from the 19th of March to the 6th of September 2025 when Uranus goes retrograde. So in astrology, Uranus represents innovation, originality, rebellion and unpredictability. It controls sudden changes, technological advancements and unconventional thinking. So Uranus energy is all about breaking free from restrictions, expectations of society, our parents, anyone else, embracing our own thought processes, individuality, self-expression, and looking for new ways of doing things. So this can be our daily sleep routine, exercise routine, meditation, eating, whatever. It can also bring about unexpected events and disruptions that sort of like throw you off and may make you think like, oh, I want to give up. But these happen because it's pushing you to go through them. It also shows you the areas where you feel challenged, where you experience unexpected events. These areas are showing you where you need to change. So Uranus energy is all about being progressive, thinking outside of the box, encourages us to embrace our uniqueness and go after paths that lead to personal evolution and enlightenment. So now I'm going to talk about the positives, negatives and best use of Uranus retrograde in Aries, because when it enters Aries this year it's in retrograde. So it encourages us to break free from restrictions, embrace new paths with confidence, and to show off our individuality. But negatively can make us too unpredictable, too rebellious and impulsive, and because we just feel a lot of nervous energy and restless, we may just rebel and argue with others just because we want to burn off some of this pent up energy. So we need to find constructive ways to burn off excess energy, like exercising and working on a creative project, sorting out long-standing issues in your relationship, while also taking time out to actively listen and not let the Aries energy make you too aggressive or pushy. You have to respect other people's boundaries as well. So the best way to use this energy is to embrace change, while also being mindful of the risks involved in change, making sure you come up with a strategic plan and follow through on what you start, because this energy can make us start things but not exactly follow them through. Channel this energy into creativity and productive projects and outlets, and be open to new experiences, ideas, relationships, thought processes, ways of behaving, loving on yourself, accepting yourself, building your self-worth and confidence. Stay adaptable, maintain a sense of balance and seek out healthy things to help you stay balanced. Seek out help and support if need be, and if you embrace this energy you can become more self-aware and have more of a happiness within you that's built from your own sense of self and self-love and acceptance. When Uranus is in retrograde, we have to remember that this impulsivity can be turned inward. When Uranus goes direct in Aries, then we will channel this impulsivity and this motivated self more outwardly. So now I'm going to talk about the holistic astrological meanings, the practical, financial, political, materialistic and social collective meanings of Uranus transiting in Aries. So now I'm just going to go in depth. So holistically, it wants us to, make radical changes in our life. It can be a time of personal awakening, encourages us to assert our independence, break free from old constraints, and take innovative approaches to solving problems in our life, and being open to new ideas and unorthodox, non-traditional approaches to living your life, and it wants us to challenge tradition, and this can create a ripple effect in our communities. But we just have to watch out for making rash, impulsive decisions, and we have to do all we can to avoid conflicts. It can also make people question social structures and demand more authenticity, and people may have more courage to go after what they really want and break free from conforming. And we can witness a rise in new technologies or movements focused on liberation and self-expression that challenge traditional norms and values. And the key to navigating this energy involves balancing personal freedom with awareness of how this freedom impacts the wider social environment, and this can encourage us to awaken on a collective level. So practically, we can feel ourselves wanting to be more entrepreneurial or increase our career value, looking for new skills, setting up a side hustle or any other project that aligns more with your personal beliefs and life direction, that allows you to break away from conventional career paths. It wants you to embrace innovation in your professional life that can lead to ground-breaking results, whether through adapting new ideas, technologies, or creating unique collaborations with other people. This is a time to rethink your personal goals and go after your passions with sort of a vengeance in a way, just really putting your heart and soul into the things that genuinely resonate with your individuality, and realise that success doesn't need to come from traditional methods but can come from unconventional methods. Open your mind to new possibilities. And also you can develop connections with like-minded individuals who are equally passionate about driving progress and the things you're interested in. Also at this time, there can be spontaneous opportunities for some of you to take the lead or to join discussions that provoke thought and inspire action. And by embracing these changes of sudden events, even though they may be outside of your comfort zone, these experiences can contribute to your growth but also help with the larger collective transformation. In terms of financially, it wants us to rethink our financial strategies and investment approaches, and it wants us to be more bold and impulsive in our actions, but also respecting other people's boundaries while doing so. So yes, some of you may also explore unconventional investment opportunities, or innovative financial solutions may come to your mind, or you may research them that challenge traditional thinking. This can lead you to take calculated risks or investments, especially in new technologies and industries that resonate with your vision for your future or that pique your interest. But make sure you do financial planning and get help from an advisor or something if you need to, weigh up all the pros and cons, even though you may want to go ahead, and we have to be courageous. And there's nothing wrong with a bit of fact checking again. It wants you to identify potential breakthroughs in your financial plans that align with your values and goals, and it wants you to, be open, because some of you may have sudden financial changes or, unexpected gains as well. I'm not saying everything's doom or gloom, but prepare for the unexpected, but also prepare to make a plan if plan A goes to crap as well. So be mindful of sudden changes in your income for good or for better. And if you do get unexpected income, make sure you invest it wisely, and embrace the changes that come, that are pushing you to learn to adapt more quickly to new circumstances and go after opportunities as they come up. This is also a good time to develop unique business ideas or rethink traditional revenue streams, giving it the sort of digital modern touch as well, or just look into using digital platforms or working with others to kind of widen your financial standing right now. But ultimately, it just reminds us to be open to change, embrace new ideas, and allow yourself to grow and look for new ideas as your financial plans change. So in terms of political meanings, Uranus in Aries pushes us to engage with radical ideas and movements that challenge existing power structures. We can find ourselves drawn to revolutionary causes and new leadership styles that emphasize individuality and freedom, and we may be drawn to more kind of community activism. It encourages us to break free from established leadership and norms, and wants us to push for change in a way that aligns with your beliefs and collective beliefs, and it creates a climate for political non-conformity, and innovation also can do well in political discourse. And we can also witness a rise in collective action driven by younger generations, which we've seen an increase of, who are not afraid to disrupt traditional political narratives. And this energy empowers us to question authority and seek reform, igniting a passion for social justice and equality. And this can lead to unexpected shifts in control and governance, and leaders who embody the spirit of change and innovation can rise to the top, and we can just feel more motivated to join in with movements or create movements that resonate with our values, using the transformative power of Uranus in Aries to reshape the political world in ways that reflect a desire for progress and liberation. In terms of the materialistic and social collective meanings, it encourages us to embrace unconventional methods and new technologies, and we can find ourselves exploring alternative economic models such as cryptocurrencies or sustainable business ventures that reflect a more progressive mindset. And this energy collectively wants us to break free from traditional constraints from relationship, financial, career, and create more of a sense of independence in our life. And because we can be more willing to change tradition, and by doing this we can experience long-term personal and collective gains as we engage in new trading and commerce, shopping, business ideas. Socially and collectively, as I mentioned earlier, it wants us to be more empowered as a community, as a unit, as a collective. It wants us to prioritise social responsibility and inclusivity, building connections that transcend conventional boundaries, and this can cause us to rally around, join causes that address societal inequalities and push for reforms that benefit the broader community. And as we engage with others, we can just have a new sense of unity and this can motivate us to, prioritize innovation and social well-being over just profit and capitalism. And this can help us transform the way society thinks about success and happiness. In terms of psychological meanings, it wants us to embrace being assertive and being individual. Aries is, cardinal air energy, wants us to go and, initiate things. It pushes us to explore our authentic self. And although, we can experience more rebellion, this is good, and a desire for freedom, we have to respect other people's boundaries, but also challenge existing structures in your life, your habits, the ways you spend your time in terms of relationship with friends. Are they really enriching your life? Think about your thoughts, your impulsive habits. How can you make changes that help you reduce your impulsive habits? Thinking about getting to the root causes of why you may be self-destructive, and doing all you can to look after your health on the psychological level, maybe using new technologies or unconventional ideas that resonate with your identity that can help you manage your psychological health and unearth and deal with anxieties, depression, stress, or any other mental health symptoms and stuff. And remember, it's nothing to be ashamed of. We all go through trials in life and hard times, and life is about creating stability in the psychological, emotional, spiritual and physical levels, and also the financial. In terms of the spiritual meanings, it wants us to break free from outdated belief systems and follow a unique spiritual path, continuing that or starting that based on your own beliefs from your own research and experience. It wants you to challenge traditional spirituality and look for practices that resonate deeply with your personal experiences and insights. It wants you to connect with your higher self and explore uncharted territories of consciousness, and this can create a deeper sense of liberation and authenticity and self-love and respect and esteem. It wants you to learn to trust yourself and your intuition, and to make bolder spiritual choices based on your own thought processes and intuitions. And some of you may feel like pulled to have transformative experiences, or they may just come naturally that help you become more personal and enlightened, because remember, it's a journey, not a destination. Meditation, energy healing and exploring new techniques and philosophies can just ignite a sense of passion in you, and there can also be a sense of urgency for you to become more spiritual in your intentions and to manifest your spiritual intentions into reality, empowering you to take decisive actions that align with your soul purpose. And by embracing being spontaneous and embrace that the unexpected will increase your spiritual growth, this is how you can make the best use of this energy spiritually. In terms of the esoteric hidden meanings, it brings to our attention the archetypes of evolution and innovation. It wants us and gives us the courage to break free from the things that are holding us back and uncover hidden aspects of ourselves that demand expression, the repressed parts, the parts we've come to dislike about ourselves or feel that won't be accepted. We have to accept ourselves. I know that childhood and past heartbreaks may have hurt you so bad that you're scared of who you are, but if you find ways and techniques to work through your psychological, emotional, spiritual traumas and confront your fears that have kept you tethered to your past, you can develop a deeper connection with yourself and learn to accept yourself on a more deeper level. Also, it pushes you to initiate bold changes in your life by transforming your thoughts and actions, and it wants you to confront your own limitations, reevaluate navigate them and discover a new sense of purpose that these unexpected sudden shifts in mindset and changes can bring. And it wants you to embrace the chaos of unpredictability, seeing the unknown, the unexpected, as opportunities for freedom and growth. In terms of the symbolic mythological meanings, it wants us to embrace the warrior spirit and to liberate and initiate into newness of life. And because Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, it embodies the essence of new beginnings and assertiveness. Also rules the head, so our thoughts, so looking after our brain health, our thinking processes, making sure we're getting enough sleep and relaxation is also a good use of this energy. So this energy on the mythological symbolic level wants us to embrace the archetype of the hero, pushing through our challenges, challenging tradition to manifest our unique vision. So we can just have this fierce inner drive, to take risks, pioneer new paths, break free from limitations and from paths other people thought before. We want to craft our own way. It also mythologically reflects the energy of Prometheus, the Titan who defied the gods to bring fire to humanity. So this symbolises enlightenment and the quest for knowledge. Also, this energy symbolically reminds us that true empowerment often requires embracing the unknown and trusting in your own ability, capacity to learn new things and create and, start and continue meaningful transformation changes on the mind, body and soul level. In terms of the creative emotional meanings, it wants us to really let go of our innate originality and express ourselves without restraint. We can sort of have a surge of inspiration that pushes us to explore new avenues in our creative expression and our emotional sort of expression as well. So it wants us to break free from traditional modes in terms of our creative expressions and allow our true self to shine through our creations, embracing being spontaneous, and it creates a sense of self-love, liberation and courage in our emotional expressions. And as we tap into this powerful energy, our emotional world can become more dynamic and unpredictable, and we can just find ourselves really trusting our instincts, our emotions, our creativity right now, and just embracing the feel of experimentation, newness. And as we channel this rebellious energy, we can use the creative forces that inspire us to grow from within ourselves and, just embrace ourselves on all levels, embracing our strengths and weaknesses equally. So now I'm going to talk about the aspects Uranus makes when it enters Aries. So the moon makes a conjunction to Uranus, the sun makes a quincunx to Uranus, Mars also makes a quintile to Uranus, and Saturn also makes a quintile to Uranus. So the conjunction with Uranus supports us in breaking free from old routines and, trying new things. But the quincunx to Uranus with the sun brings a clash between our desires and the unexpected changes around us, and this can make us feel confused and discomforted. So it's essential to remain flexible and open-minded, and resisting changes right now can lead to frustration, even though you can feel overwhelmed and out of your comfort zone. So just be open to changes, go at your own pace. The quintiles to Mars and Saturn to Uranus are nice sort of energy that allows us to be disciplined in our creative expression and innovation. And the Mars's quintile allows us to channel our energy into innovative projects, and Saturn's supportive influence helps us to really build foundation with solid daily habits that can help us change our ideas into practical outcomes, building the right foundations for our life as well. And we just need to make sure that we're patient, ensuring that our efforts are sustainable. So it's not about going fast, it's about going as steady as you will go, and know that creativity and creations take time to manifest, so take your time and enjoy. So ultimately, use these aspects to refine your goals and integrate your goals into a more routine, structured lifestyle framework, allowing for both inspiration and chill out time and responsibility. Uranus also makes a sextile to Neptune, an opposition to the ascendant, and a trine to the midheaven. So the sextile between Uranus and Neptune supports our creativity and intuition. We may have dreams that help us as well, and we can have a deeper understanding of our dreams and visions and goals right now, and it just supports us in doing the things creatively and spiritually that resonate with our authentic self and needs. The opposition of Uranus to the ascendant allows us to sort of change how we present ourselves to the world, and this energy wants us to become more real and realistic to who we are. So this helps us to break free from limiting patterns, which is good. The trine to the midheaven helps us to enhance our career and personal skills, and also do the things and find the things that make us more in alignment with our true needs and purpose. And once again, it reminds us that, embracing change can be scary, but it's best to do this so we can grow in all the ways that we need to, and we don't just spend our whole lifetime repeating our past. Also, at the time of Uranus going retrograde, there is a grand water trine between Mercury retrograde in Scorpio, the North Node in Pisces, Mars in retrograde in Cancer, within a 20% orb, and there's also a T-square between the midheaven in Leo, the Sun in Scorpio, and Neptune in Pisces within a 17% orb. So the grand water trine helps us deepen our self-reflection, but can provoke intense inner conflict. But we need that to get us outside of our comfort zone and do the change that Uranus wants us to do, breaking free from our old patterns. But also, because Uranus is in retrograde, it can add to the impulsive decisions that we do make, or bring confusion to our inner world and add to us feeling frustrated as well as we confront our inner fears and illusion. But although it can be scary, as I said before, know that whatever happens now wants us to become more authentic, especially in the way that we express ourselves in public, and once again reminds us to balance self-reflection with ambition and to embrace the change and innovation in all areas of our life, but avoid making hasty decisions that can lead to instability. This energy is all about creating stability. So now I'm going to talk about the karmic meanings, lessons, and the type of past life memories and dreams that can come up, and the collective karma of Uranus and Aries. So in terms of karmic meanings, because it wants us to break free from our past limitations and, resolve our unresolved psychological, emotional and spiritual traumas, and let go of outdated belief systems and self-destructive thought patterns, relationship patterns and behaviours as well. It wants us to really get to the root causes of our self-sabotage and neglect, and work on, learning to love and manage ourselves and accept and forgive ourselves. In terms of karmic lessons, they can resolve around the themes of self-identity, independence from our current or past life, restrictions. And karmically we can find ourselves drawn to things that resonate with empowerment, and it indicates a need to release karmic patterns related to conforming or repressing your individuality or your true needs, your true desires, your true thoughts, as a lot of us do as we grow into adulthood. In terms of past life memories and dreams, we can just have dreams where we feel restricted or stifled, drawing to our attention the need for us to look at the blocks in our real life that are stopping us from expressing our true self. So ultimately, the dreams and experiences that come up right now on the karmic level are reminders to reclaim our personal power and authenticity in our present lifetime, and it highlights the importance of honouring our unique journey and needs and path. And this doesn't mean, stomping over other people's needs and suddenly breaking all our responsibilities, but really just being honest about who you really are at your core and what you really want to achieve in your life. So, also some people may have dreams that revolve around leadership or taking bold risks, taking charge of your life. So you could dream about being a leader or trailblazer, a revolutionary, a rebel, standing up for what you believe in despite opposition and what other people say. And these memories or dreams serve as a reminder to embrace who you really are, fearlessly going after your passions, but in a grounded way. Collectively, we can challenge oppressive systems and embrace progressive change. And as I said earlier, we can want to empower marginalised groups, advocating for equal rights and justice. And we may think about bringing back outdated societal norms like respecting each other, allowing different people to have different opinions as long as we're not offending, and being able to manage our own moods and temperaments, and just being open-minded and seeking to resolve conflict rather than other people. So this energy collectively wants us to break away from conformity and living up to social expectations, but in a way that respects other people's rights to do so and to think what they want to think as well, as long as it's not causing no harm to themselves and others. All in all, ultimately, it inspires us to stand up for what we really believe in and get behind, champion causes that align with our principles and core values. So now I'm going to talk about how Uranus in Aries influence our family, friendship, co-worker, committed and hookup relationships, as well as our single and self-partnered ones as well. So in terms of family relationships, it can lead to stronger connections and a deeper understanding of each other's needs and aspirations, and it encourages us to communicate more openly and have a more willingness to explore new dynamics and allow other people to think and be who they are, and allow ourselves and our family members to break free from traditional roles and outdated patterns, and by creating an environment of acceptance and flexibility, and create a more supportive network that aligns with our evolving identities. But it's essential to remain vigilant as we go through these changes, because negatively the impulsive decisions that we can make can bring conflicts in our families, and this can increase tensions and lead to unexpected disagreements as individual desires clash with group expectations. Not everyone's going to like the change, so it's important to stay grounded and maintain respect for everybody else's boundaries and right to be themselves, by also respecting other people to do that, working together, cooperating, that's the word I'm looking for, and just carefully considering each other's needs. This is a good way. In terms of friendships, it's important to remain open to the unexpected, and sharing experiences together can make your connections more stronger right now as you become more authentic and understand each other more. New friendships can start as well that are kind of characterized by excitement and a sense of adventure, and existing bonds may evolve in unexpected ways, pushing you to reassess what you truly value in these friendships. So some of you may let go, and these changes can just lead to a more meaningful social life and circle. Ultimately, this energy wants us to face the writing on the wall, the reality in certain friendships, and this can lead to some of them fading away, and the urge for independence and personal growth can create distance as you and your friends go after different paths or life choices. And it's essential to recognise that not all relationships are meant to last forever. Some are simply stepping stones to your personal development, and by accepting these transitions and focusing on nurturing these bonds, that resonate with your current self, you can create a more fulfilling network of relationships that align with your evolving, personal development journey. In terms of co-worker relationships, it allows us to be innovative and collaborate, work with others, and new ideas and different opinions can really grow and flourish as, co-workers challenge each other's thinking, and this can lead to groundbreaking solutions and a more creative work environment. And openness to fresh ideas and promotes teamwork, productivity, and can increase our professional growth as we become more flexible and ready to, evolve and use new industry trends and be open to challenges and overcoming them. But because this energy can bring tension and can cause us to kind of clash in viewpoints as well, and there can be people that resist innovation and who may prefer, doing things the way they've always been done, and this can lead to misunderstandings and conflicts. Also, the desire for more freedom and independence can cause rifts and arguments between co-workers, and some people may go after their own agendas, and this can get in the way of cohesion and really hinder teamwork and efforts. So it's important to maintain open communication, find common ground, take time out, do your best to reduce conflict, and use the innovative spirit that Uranus and Aries inspires to solve problems. In terms of committed couples and hookups, committed couples can be more spontaneous and experience more excitement while experiencing your bond, and it pushes you to try new experiences together and reignite passion, and it opens the door for honest communication about the need for independence, and this can create a deeper understanding of each other's needs and desires and personal growth and relationship growth, and you can be more open to each other, doing different things and still have that togetherness, just giving each other more freedom. Some people may not want to give the freedom, and this can lead to conflict, and partners can feel their needs are being overshadowed by one person's needs. So it's just important to practice active listening and try to compromise rather than break. But some of you may decide to break. In terms of hookups, it brings a double-edged sword. On the positive side, it can make us more adventurous as we explore, and invites us to break free from traditional dating norms and engage in more liberating encounters, and this can lead to exciting and unexpected connections. But negatively, the impulsive nature of this energy can result in superficial relationships and connections that lack emotional depth, and you can regret the decisions you make right now because you can just feel dissatisfied by what was promised and what was delivered, and the desire for immediate gratification can overshadow the need for meaningful connections right now. So it's important to make sure that you honour both your independence and your true emotional, spiritual and psychological needs right now. In terms of those who are single and self-partnered, it encourages you to broaden your horizons and to deepen the understanding of yourself and step outside of your comfort zone and engage in activities that kind of ignite your passions and connect with like-minded people, and to allow this energy to allow you to have revelations about your desires, values and goals, so that you can develop a more authentic sense of self. But negatively, because it can lead us to be restless, because we can have impulsivity in our words and action, and also we can have self-doubt and be unsure as well, and this can lead us to questioning our choices, of feeling ungrounded or inadequate or vulnerable, and this can stir up feelings of isolation. So it's important to strike a balance between exploration and reflection, ensuring that you're mindful right now and you take time out to nurture yourself. So now I'm going to talk about how your Uranus and Aries influence our career, personal and spiritual and educational and self-partner development. So in terms of our career development, it wants us to do the things that align with our passions and take risks, launch new entrepreneurial ventures that reflect your style and sense of independence. And some of you may just want to embrace your individuality in the workplace. You may not necessarily want to start your own business. Some of you may also want to work with others, but negatively, sudden changes such as job loss or shifts in the workplace can create a sense of uncertainty, and you may struggle with impulsivity leading to hasty decisions like quitting that can jeopardize your career progression. So just think out every decision. Some of you may want to blow your house down, and may benefit from that, cutting ties of everything that's getting in your way. But it's best to balance your desire for freedom and innovation with careful planning and consideration to make sure you navigate the chaos effectively. In terms of personal development, it wants us to embrace our authentic self and find confidence, research things that align with who you truly are. Some of you may explore alternative lifestyles and innovative ways to express yourselves, whether through creative outlets or radical lifestyle changes that evolve with your sense of self. Negatively, the restlessness and turmoil can make you grapple with anxiety, and this can, add to the self-doubt and insecurity as the unexpected changes that you may feel pushed to make or which you may feel forced to make can just make you feel overwhelmed. So just try and balance the need for freedom with, gentleness, taking one step at a time to reduce the inner tension. Try not to be scared of it though. Try not to be scared of getting yourself outside of your comfort zone, and just take the small steps that this energy wants you to be more authentic and grounded. In terms of your spiritual development, as I said earlier, it wants you to explore different spiritual principles and communities that resonate with your emerging spiritual worldview, and to question and redefine your spiritual journey, and to sort of embrace the journey rather than focus on the destination. And some of you may feel confused and disorientated because you may sort of feel pushed to make sudden changes in your spiritual life, and there can be a struggle between what you desire in terms of spiritual freedom and the need for stability in your beliefs. And this increased sense of restlessness can just make you feel scared right now, and you can just be uncertain about your faith and practices. So as I said, try and do all you can to be stable. Take time with yourself as you navigate the chaotic waters of your spiritual growth, and find balance between being innovative and finding stability. In terms of educational development, it wants you to sort of have a passion for self-directed learning, pushing you to seek knowledge beyond traditional academic settings and embrace new technologies and learning methods, and encourages you to be open to unique subjects that are kind of holistic, such as alternative forms of education, such as online courses, workshops, maybe thinking more creative in your thinking, upgrading your practical skills as well, and your logical skills and intuitive skills. It empowers you to challenge traditional educational standards, and it wants you to reform the way that you learn things. And some of you may join start educational activism groups that want to see true reforms in the educational systems that prepare people for real life. It also encourages you to adapt traditional tools or new tools that you research that help you learn to your own learning style and goals. But because negatively, the impulsiveness can lead to us changing courses or study techniques frequently, and we can be distracted, and this can get in the way of our ability to focus on our long-term educational goals, and this can lead to feelings of frustration and inadequacy. So take time out to research new things, but also try and settle on, a core curriculum. If you really try something and you hate it, change again. But, although this wants us to try new things, we also have to, make a steady plan as well, and break things down into small goals rather than looking at the bigger picture, but not ignoring the bigger picture as well. And although, you can experience unexpected challenges and shifts in your educational sort of like learning abilities right now, which can disrupt your progress, just, go as steady as you need to, and be gentle with yourself and be open to newness in terms of your learning. In terms of self-partner development, it wants you to break free from traditional expectations and, even your own expectations of what a self-partnership means to you, and think outside of the box, thinking about what an authentic self-partnered relationship looks like to you, experimenting with new ways to connect with yourself and to think about your self-care. And this can lead to breakthroughs in self-acceptance and confidence, and, doing things like journaling and expressing yourself on that creative level so you can build a deeper relationship with yourself. And again, it can bring some instability into your relationship right now, which can push you to reject routines and structures that you previously thought were good, and this can make you feel ungrounded. So again, get rid of them if they really are getting in the way, but do not just get rid of things that you have relied on for the sake of it, but also don't be afraid of getting outside of your comfort zone. Make sure that you use patience with your self-reflection, because not doing this can lead to dissatisfaction and a sense of disconnection from your true self. Balance is key, and allow yourself to try new things and just be ready and prepared for things to go a lot slower than what you thought. So now I'm just going to talk about the best activities for creatives, entrepreneurs, professionals, lovers and singles to do. So creatives, push the boundaries of traditional art forms and explore new creative plans. Professionals should engage in cutting edge projects and disruptive technologies that pioneer ventures that challenge tradition. Entrepreneurs should take risks and seize opportunities for radical growth and innovation, embracing change. Alternative healers may discover new techniques that align more closely with your values and beliefs. Lovers should bring more excitement and passion into their relationship and embrace unpredictability. Singles can find themselves drawn to unconventional dating experiences and can feel compelled to focus more on personal growth and self-discovery. Self-partnered people can use this energy to develop a deeper sense of independence, self-love, and exploring new hobbies and interests that bring you joy and happiness. So now I'm just going to explore some questions that you can ask yourself to help you reflect on the financial, emotional and spiritual areas of your life when Uranus is in Aries. So you can think about whether your current financial strategies empower your desires or do they confine you, keep you locked into outdated patterns, reflect on areas where you may be resistant to change, and also think about investments and spending habits that no longer serve your growth. Invites us to think of new ways to manage our resources, whether it be money, time, energy, and do things that resonate with our authentic self and future goals. Emotionally and spiritually encourages us to confront our beliefs and feelings. We can ask ourselves if our current emotional inner world supports our journey towards self-discovering independence. Are we looking after our psychological, spiritual and emotional needs enough? Are we nurturing ourselves and our relationships that inspire growth, or are we nurturing connections that hold us back? Are there toxic connections and habits that we need to let go of? Spiritually, we can reflect on whether our practices align with our evolving sense of identity. You can ask yourself if you are open to new experiences that can expand your understanding of yourself, the world and the universe. It wants you to consider whether your fears or anxieties prevent you from fully expressing your individuality. Also asking yourself, are your self-imposed limitations getting in your way of your ability to take risks or embrace new opportunities? Reflect on whether your mental health practices are nurturing your sense of freedom and creativity, and identify any habits that might make you feel more constricted rather than liberated, and think about how you can change these habits, especially the ways you may self-sabotage and neglect yourself. Physically, you can examine how your health and wellness routines support your desire for freedom and adventure. You can ask yourself, is your current exercise and nutrition habits invigorating you, making you feel more alive and energized, or do they feel like obligations? Think about whether your physical environment creates a sense of empowerment or restricts your ability to thrive. So ultimately, when Uranus is in Aries, it's a time to break free from routines that don't serve your evolving self. Consider if you are living a lifestyle, developing a lifestyle that encourages your growth and exploration and health, or if you're settling for comfort at the expense of your growth. So now I'm just going to talk about some holistic, spiritual, exercise, nutritional and psychological self-care rituals that can help you when Uranus is in Aries. So meditation and grounding exercises can help you connect with your inner self, allowing you to release old patterns and embrace new ideas. Consider setting time aside for creative expression, whether through art, writing or movement, as a way to explore your individuality and engage with unconventional aspects of your personality. So rituals that incorporate nature, such as hiking or spending time outdoors, even if it's just looking out your window or in your own back garden, can help you feel more connected to the universe and inspire fresh insights. Exercises that allow you to sort of burn off some passion and excess energy and bring you joy rather than simply sticking to established routines can be good for you right now. You can experiment with new forms of movement like dance, martial arts, tai chi, other outdoor sports, and channel your energy in a way that feels liberating to you. Singing, dancing, jumping, doing weights, whatever. Nutritionally, prioritize whole, energizing foods that align with your adventurous spirit, and consider trying new recipes that broaden your palate, your taste. Finally, in the psychological level, it wants us to develop a mindset that embraces flexibility and spontaneity and growth, and journaling about your experiences and feelings during this time as well can help you uncover insights and release any resistance to change, and it can just help you create a healthier relationship with yourself. So that's the end of this in-depth special on Uranus transiting in Aries. I'm Amani, your holistic karmic astrological life coach. Take care and see you next time.